When you import a vector file in After Effects and enlarge it using scale, we expect it not to be adversely affected by growth, because the file is vectorial. But if when you enlarge the file, pixelations appear like a non-vector file, the solution is in this video. I import any vector file we export from Illustrator to After Effects. I saved a single Illustrator file in different formats as seen here. I have exported files as AI, EPS and PDF, and I will show you how to work on these files properly. Let's add one of them to the scene as an example. For example, I drag the AI file onto the scene. This is a Facebook icon. This is the original image. It is a small file, and when I enlarge this image, let's see how it will look. Before enlarging, I edit this scene as fit so we can see the whole screen easily. First of all, I press the letter S on the keyboard. When I press the letter S, it will just open the scale from the transform options here. Thus, other transform properties such as position, anchor point, rotation will not be visible. The letter S means scale in After Effects. I can enlarge or reduce this layer by editing the values on the right. When I drag the value to the right, it will make it bigger, and when I zoom it, there will be various distortions on the Facebook icon. Currently, the Facebook icon is treated as if it were a JPEG image, as if it was a PNG. But it's a vector file, we know that. And we know that no matter how big we enlarge, the edges of the vector files don't deteriorate. Of course, it is not a pretty image when we use the Facebook icon in this way. At the same time, when we want to give such a zoom animation, it will produce a bad image. This is a vector file. Maybe you didn't notice among the options here. For vector files, there is an icon, an option to enlarge or reduce the vector files without getting pixelated. If you click on the corresponding option under the column in which I am currently clicking, I clicked it and it will start making that vector file look like it's actually a vector file. This is how we show vector files as vector files in After Effects. But does this method work for others as well? Of course it works. You can use the same process for every file you add here. I'm deleting this and importing the EPS file here. I'm going to repeat what we just did. I'm increasing its size, and when you click on this icon, I can see that it appears properly even when we look at it in full screen. If you can see pixelation here, it is probably related to the resolution of the screen. At the moment, the quality of the screen is third. If I change that part from third to full, we can see that it is perfectly fine here too. If it was a quarter, some more distortions and pixelations could be seen. The options here are for rendering the screen faster. When I change this option to full, I can see it exactly the way I want. I'm also deleting the EPS and moving the PDF here this time. I increase the size of the PDF and click on the same icon again. As you can see, no matter how big we enlarge, there is no problem. I usually prefer AI files when there is a graphic that you need to import from Illustrator and use here. After all, AI is directly one of Adobe's chain programs. Since it is one of the chain programs that can work integrated with each other, Illustrator doesn't cause any problems with files with AI extension. In this tutorial, I showed you how to use vector files in After Effects and how to avoid pixelation problems when you enlarge them. If this video helped you out, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.